I'm on a mission to find the best non-Schengen skiing in Europe, but in doing so, I just had the worst ski experience of my life. There were some highs. All right, that seemed pretty solid as well, to be honest. Oh, we made it. But it was mostly lows. We are sliding sideways badly. This could be a blowout. Stop working again. People are just giving up. I'll never come back here, that's for sure. Join me in Kolasin, Montenegro. Well, apparently it snowed last night. It's going to be tricky. I'm not even sure if I can get out of here now. I mean, we've got about 4 or 5 centimetres of snow, I think. God, I've just no idea. Let's get the van started up and see. God, I might have to get the chains out. All right then, fingers crossed. He's been a little bit slow at starting sometimes. Although it's cold, I think this snow might insulate him a little bit, so let's see. Oh, good boy. Alrighty, now just have to wait for some of this snow to melt off, I think. Right, heater's on. Yeah, this could take a while. Figured I might as well get the kettle on while I wait. That'll warm me up as well. Although I have to say, first time sleeping in the Timmy Bago in proper snow and winter conditions, and we can keep all the snow out from the inside. I was actually perfectly warm. Slept like a baby last night. Just a little bit nervous about getting out of here now today. Okay, coffee in. Windscreen cleared. And my plan is, I've got this little area here, which is all quite flat. My plan is to see how much I can move the van in this amount of snow around here before attempting this. It doesn't look like much, but it just goes up about 3 or 4 feet here quite quickly. And most importantly, it takes a right-hand turn right on the other side. So we need to get up and then turning right. I think once I get onto there, without wanting to tempt fate, if I can get onto there, it should be okay. Right, good thing about those heaters is lovely and warm in here now. Windscreen wipers work, good. Now it's going to work initially because there's no snow under the wheels right now. Let's see, I'm not holding out too much hope, truth be told. Okay, that seemed good, but you had momentum. Let's see what we need to do when we turn them. All right, that seemed pretty solid as well, to be honest. It's almost like, because the snow's fresh, it's almost providing some kind of traction. Let's try a little bit more. Ah, we're starting to slide now. Oh, okay, right. Famous last words. Border's okay though, there. Let's try backwards again. I think we're going to go for it. Okay, not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous about this, but I think we just need to get up a decent amount of speed going into it. Let's just try. Ah! 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 We made it! Well, that was talk about over dramatizing it. I thought that was going to be way harder than that. Struggled a bit yesterday getting up a slope by the up at the ski centre, but that was a bit icy. This is all fresh snow. Maybe that's the difference. Yes! Okay, anyway, let's not count chickens. We're still going to get all the way down there. You ain't going to get the greatest shot through the windscreen at the moment. But that's where we're heading, folks. No! Ah. And immediately off to the side. Oh my God. Maybe stopping was a terrible error. Ah! Consider those chickens counted. We're sliding off to the side of the road here with very little purchase. Let's get out and take a look. So here, look, we slide in here. It's just a little bit lower on this little bit here. So I think what I'm going to try and do is see if I can get going backwards. Yeah, if I can go backwards a little bit, then get some momentum forwards and try and stay on this slightly flatter part and then maintain momentum. That was a mistake stopping, I think, because the front wheels are now kind of a little bit blocked up with ice, look. Whereas if we look at the back wheels, they are completely clear. And this is a front wheel drive vehicle, so let's give it another shot. Okay, let's just try. No. Oh, we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay. Yeah, giving it a bit of grunt help then, for sure. Now, can we get right? Can we get right? No. This is the problem. There's a slight camber off to the left here. And every time we hit that slippy bit and the camber, the front wheels are going off to the left. So we need to get further back, I think, again, and then try and hit higher up if we can. Oh, man, we got further along, but we're just always sliding off to the left. All right. Oh my God, we're doing it. Okay, now maintain momentum and try and keep this thing straight, because it's very narrow now. And if we go off the side of the road, we're going to keep sliding, I think. It looks a bit wetter and more melty here. There was a river running through this bit last night, so we could be okay. But we just need to stay focused. Oh my God, so narrow here. Oh God, I think that's where the river was. All right, it's definitely beneficial to stay straight. Thankfully, the bushes on either side are just high enough that shows me where the road is, because the road is basically just all pure white. Okay. I'm not going to lie, that is a massive relief to get this far. I'm sure we've still got some challenges ahead, but let me just show you where we've got to. You can see, like, this is all wet here. Like, it was all rain down here yesterday. Even almost all the way up the mountain, it was rain rather than snow, which is why I failed to prepare. I didn't even consider the fact that it might get colder, and then the fact that the snow might come all the way down the valley in the morning. But as you can see back up here now, where the tyre tracks are, that was all pure white before, which was why I could follow it. And then the foliage on either side was why I needed to keep straight. Quite thankful that road was quite flat and straight, to be honest. However, we've got a very tricky bit coming up here as well, because there's quite a steep exit to this little area, directly onto one of the main roads. We shall see. It's always an adventure, isn't it? Now, we're following someone else's tracks now, which may help, or it may not. I'm actually going to stop here and see if there is another way out of here, because that way is really steep. Nope, there isn't another way. So it's up there. Oh, wish me luck. Well, other cars are going for it and they look fairly, well, I don't know, hard to tell from here. This is the flat bit. Let's give them a follow, shall we? There's a steep bit. Both those cars made it up there. No, I'm not going to. Okay, lesson there. We need more momentum. Reversing in this is no fun whatsoever. Okay, let's give this another shot, see if we can get into second gear this time. Okay, further back. Oh dear me, we are sliding sideways badly. So back at the back at the steep bit, essentially a local guy was stuck trying to come down the road I was trying to go up. He jumped out, tried to talk me through what I needed to do to get myself out of being stuck. He gave me all of 90 seconds of his time of advice, realised that I was just not up to it, told me to get out of the cab, and he did it himself in about 30 seconds flat. He was very helpful, very nice, kind of laughed at me a little bit with my naivety and lack of experience. Okay, there is some serious focus going on now. This road has been gritted, but there's still a lot of compacted snow. Having driven up and down it yesterday, I know that there's not many places to turn around if we get in trouble. But we do have the snow chains, and it does seem like there's a lot of people going up and down here, so that encourages me. God knows what the car park's going to be like there though. That was a bit of a mess yesterday, and it wasn't all that big either. It was all going so well. There's some vehicles stuck on this road though. I've seen a couple going up, so when that happens we have to all go into one lane. Unfortunately that's meant a queue now for the uphill going traffic, and the car in front of me was just struggling to get going there. I'm a little bit nervous now about whether we are going to get going. The road looks okay, but I'm going to wait to move until I've got some decent space in front of me, I think, at least. Okay, let's give it a shot. Yep, okay. Bit of slippage, but generally fine. And who knows, maybe we'll get some skiing done at some point today. There's people beeping horns. Oh, I guess this was always going to be this way. It was like this yesterday. This road is just not good enough to get a lot of people up here in heavy snow. There were actually some people parked up back down there, and they're now walking past. Maybe that's a better idea. This resort, loads of fancy new buildings, but it doesn't have the infrastructure. I mean, if you can't get people in and out to the ski resort, what are you doing? More people getting out of the vehicle just ahead of me there, leaving the driver. I think it's the kids on their way walking up the hill. I don't blame them. I'll be the same. I'll be like, Dad, can we get out and walk? Oh, we're sliding here. We are sliding a little bit here. Okay. That was pretty close. And actually, all these people coming back down, I wonder if there's not enough car parking and they've just given up. There are a lot coming down now behind that snow mover, snow plough thingy, snowplow gritter thingy. This could be a blowout. If we're not up there within an hour, then it's going to be close to not being worth it. Right folks, we are parked up eventually. It is 20 to 11. Today has already been a massive adventure, and essentially this is an absolute mess here. I've had to park up on the side of the road, as has everybody else, because nobody trusts the little car park down there, and it seems like the one up here, the ski resort up here, so it's split into two: Kolasin 1450 down there and Kolasin 1600, which is up behind me. I've just been up there and everybody from up there is coming down here, so I'm guessing the ski resort at 1600 isn't functioning today. So all the people wanting to get this snow are here trying to get into 1450, and as I found out yesterday, getting in and out of that tiny car park is a nightmare. So everybody's just parking up on the road because there's nowhere else to go, which is causing other issues. I've parked in as tight as I can here. It is what it is. Today is already a long way through. I can see snow over there and very few people skiing actually. Considering the amount of cars here, there's hardly anybody on the slopes. But let's stop wasting time and get at it. All right, packed up, ready to leave the van. I actually already left the van once. I got all the way down kind of there and then realised that everything was feeling a little bit comfortable. I had my skis, had my poles, but I didn't have my boots, and I'll be needing those, so let's try again. It's been a bit stressful so far, but we're almost there. Ski mask on. Drag lift not working. Chairlift not working. Another drag lift not working. Massive queue. And this one's not moving either. Stop working again. Works for like 30 seconds, then stops for 2 minutes. People are just giving up. Mood's generally patient though. It's a bit of a joke. Just been told this lift's now shut for 2 hours. As the chap next to me just said, it's kind of okay for us. The people up on those lifts, it's slightly less good for. The one lift that was working now isn't. Good job, Kolasin. Well, people are now hiking up the mountain just to try and get some turns in today. I'm not sure how many lifts they've got here. I think it's like 6 or 7 maybe. But it's the best snow day of the year, certainly in a good month or two. And they're all shut at the moment, every single one of them. I got the impression when I came here yesterday that the infrastructure wasn't good. That is now fully confirmed. Well, I ain't standing still. So I figured I might as well hike up a little bit. At least get some turns in today. So it's not a complete washout. Well, this one's running on limp mode again now. Not quite sure what that means. I guess they're testing stuff out. And at the very least, getting all those poor people who are stuck on that lift off at the top. Well, it's kind of fun up here. You can see the Timmy Bay go up all the way over there. Now, just a little bit of when I left the van earlier. It was an absolute log jam. It was rammed. They haven't got the infrastructure. They got people on the roads who haven't got vehicles capable of getting up these roads. Count myself lucky mine did, although it does have winter tyres, so I was in good shape there. And I do have snow chains if needed. And then, unfortunately, for some people, their time seems to be more valuable. So there was people overtaking and just deciding that they were going to clog up the road even worse. So trying to rejig all of that was a nightmare. And as I came down on that corner there, it was done. Like, people weren't moving. Looked like they'd been out of their cars for 10 minutes. There was lots of shouting. People getting very angry. I didn't want to film it because I'd imagine if I was feeling like that, having somebody film me would probably be not desirable. Yeah, this place is... But look, they got all the nice buildings though. Look at that lovely building. Just there isn't a car park big enough for everybody to use it, unfortunately. And they built more buildings here. Car park's not big enough. Roundabout isn't good enough. Kolasin 1600 up the hill there looks bigger when I went up there, but it's shut for some reason. Maybe one day this place will become a good resort, but right now, it's not. Well, just had a message from the resort, Kolasin 1450, on Instagram, and they're saying that it's a power problem. It's just another infrastructure problem that they've got here. You can't build something like this without foundations, and it seems like they have. Or today could just be a terrible one-off. Who knows? I'm going to do a few turns. I'm sitting down and waiting because I don't want to waste them. I don't want to do my turns and then just have all the rest of the day with nothing to do. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit longer, then do some turns. Then I'll tell you about my experience at the restaurant yesterday. You can probably guess it wasn't great either. Yeah. Well, I got my turns in. 3, maybe 4. It wasn't worth it. Anyway. This is the place that I popped in to lunch yesterday. Chicken burger and chips for €10. Seemed reasonable to me. It wasn't the greatest, but it was okay. Very, very decent, very reasonable. You know, it came with dips and stuff. They made a bit of an effort. So I was like, that's fair enough. On a mountain, that's all right. I ordered a Diet Coke as well, not thinking anything about it. Dear me, it's a screaming child. And then the bill came and they charged me €7 for a can of Coke. €7. The lift pass here is only 15. If you come here, don't buy any drinks. They'll rip you off when you're not looking. Such a shame that people do that. It leaves such a bad taste. Dear me. I wonder if I'm going to get on one of these lifts today. All this beautiful new snow. All these people who battle to get up here. And nobody's enjoyed it. Hey ho. There we go, folks. I've waited it out until the middle of the afternoon. Absolutely no sign that anything's going to be happening here today. Definitely a power cut. None of the tills are working, none of that stuff. And I hate to, I really don't like making videos like this, but they wouldn't give me a refund. They said I could come back tomorrow, but I've got plans tomorrow. I'm going to be somewhere else tomorrow. So they could have given me 15 euros. That's all it would have been. 15. Not a lot, is it? But they chose not to. So, yeah, Kolasin, what a pity. There was loads of ways this could have been made better. Various people in the town at various times, but nobody did. It just allowed it to be an absolute mess from start to finish. I'm never going to come back here again, and do your homework, I would say. If you ever think about coming here, check out how many power cuts they've had in the last few weeks. Check whether they've sorted the roads out, you know, and people can actually get up here and there's room for car parking, so we aren't all lined up along the road like this. Check for all kinds of things, but most of all, have a good day. Hit subscribe and like it if you, I don't know, I can't imagine anybody liking this video, but I'll be somewhere else next week and hopefully I'll have a much better skiing experience then. Peace. Some of those drivers look like they were going to be clashing with each other. It's a joke. It's a play on words because this resort's called Kolasin. There you go. Got it? Cheers.